With the rise of the AI revolution, the energy transition, obviously critical minerals have become the thing. They are an important topic, certainly a point of concern for people who are interested in economic security, particularly in the US. And so you see a number of countries that are focusing on this. There is the early discussions about the deal in the DRC and Rwanda. There's obviously the discussion around the deal in Ukraine. A lot of them focused on critical minerals. Yeah. And there were some African heads of state at the White House recently. They also touched on this topic.
Yes. Yeah.
So great. When I listen to this, I certainly see the economic security dimensions to it. I also see kind of back to the future dimension to this. You know, the last 30, 40 years, there have been times when extractives have taken center stage in the development agenda. And there were some hard lessons learned from those experiences.
Yes.
In fact, this has more than a 200-year history in a lot of countries.
Yes.
But certainly in our lifetimes. How do we approach this now in a way that does not repeat the mistakes of the past? And tell us what you think those mistakes may have been.
So, you know, on this one, I'm sure, Navin, you know a heck of a lot more than us. So our expertise in these kind of issues is really about looking at the outlook for commodities markets. So we have a team that actually, the same team that does the global economic prospects,
right,
also does the commodity markets outlook.
Okay.
And one of the things we are trying to have them do is exactly try to answer the question that you're asking. Yeah. Not from the viewpoint of the US necessarily, but from the viewpoint of emerging markets and developing economies. Yeah. And so I don't think I'm ready to give you an answer about this just yet. But we know what the main problem is. You know, the main problem is that we are worried that, I mean, we were worried back then because of things like, because of the kind of minerals we needed for EVs and solar panels and, you know, those kind of things. And we were worried that a large part of those technologies were concentrated in one country or in one part of the world. Now you also have rare earths, and I think that there are countries that have invested in, developing these resources, and they're the early developers, and as a result of it, they actually they have a large part of the market. But I think it goes back again to the thing that you mentioned, because they have invested in developing these resources. There's no reason why the US can't invest in developing those, whether they are in the DRC or whether they're at home.
Yeah.
And it's really a technology issue. I think ultimately, just like we think that the problem of climate change is going to be solved by technology, I think that we think that the problem of rare earths, critical minerals, and so on will also be solved by technology. You know. Yeah. So and then again, here I'm a big believer of the US innovation system.